So, Lucy and Tim really like each other. They've been together for several years. There's no major issues in their relationship, but they find that they fight all the time over nothing, really. Like nothing serious, just silly, dumb stuff. They'll get together at the end of the day and things will be going fine, and one of them will say something that triggers the other, and then that person will respond and that trigger the other person, and they'll escalate, and it turns into this big ugly thing. And they can't understand how to prevent it from happening. So if you find that you and your partner are fighting over nothing really, like you're fighting over stupid stuff that doesn't matter, there could be a couple different things happening. The first thing that could be happening is it's possible that you or your partner is bringing home some stress from the day and taking it out on your partner, essentially using your partner as a punching bag. This can be really tempting because our partner is the one person that we believe we can sort of be who we are and just kind of do whatever we want, and they're still going to love us. But over time, this really eats away at the foundation of your relationship, and it actually creates an environment that doesn't feel safe for either of you. So if this is the situation for you, I have a technique for you that's going to help you with that. It could also be that possibly there is a deep-seated resentment that one of you has towards the other, and so certain things trigger that resentment, and your anger comes out in these like critical spurts that tend to escalate into big fights over what seems like nothing, but really it's about something major that you're just kind of keeping inside. A while ago, I had a couple who had this kind of power differential where one partner was earning way more than the other, and the partner that was earning less would tend to get really upset over things that were like double standards. So if the partner that was earning less saw that the partner that was earning more was able to do certain things around the house, but would get mad at them for doing the same type of thing, that to them felt like a power struggle, and that was very triggering for them because they were so resentful of the fact that their partner earned more, so had more freedom, and didn't necessarily share all of the money that they were earning in the relationship. So you could see how, holding that in, it would be difficult to do, and it might come out in other ways. So that could be something that's going on in your relationship where you're feeling a type of resentment, or your partner's feeling a resentment, and it's coming out in all these small but really sharp ways. The third thing that could be happening is that it's possible that the two of you are feeling really disconnected. Maybe you have young kids in the house and you haven't really been able to spend a lot of time with each other because you're so busy with the kids. Maybe one or both of you is working all the time, and so there just hasn't been a lot of time for each other. And so when you see each other, it's like you miss each other so much, but you almost don't know how to be vulnerable in that way. And so it comes out as like criticisms or attacks, or just getting upset over what seems like nothing, but really it's over feeling isolated and alone. You can think of like a toddler. When toddlers are really missing one of their parents and they finally see that parent, let's say that parent's been at work all day, comes home and sees them, the toddler's not going to say, "Oh, Mommy, I miss you so much because you were at work today." They're going to be like, "Oh, Mommy, you make me so mad. I can't stand you," right? They throw a little tantrum because they don't know how to deal with these big feelings. And many adults are the same way. We often have not learned how to deal with our big feelings, and they can be scary to us and overwhelming. And it can feel way too vulnerable to say to someone, "I miss you so much and I really want to spend time with you." So much so that I don't even know what to do with all these big feelings inside. So if that is the case, what we really want to do is eliminate some of that fighting over nothing so that there's enough safety in your relationship so you can either talk about how disconnected you feel and how much you want to connect. Really, talking about how much you want to connect is much more effective than talking about how disconnected you feel. You want to keep it kind of on the solution-focused, positive side rather than the kind of negative side that might feel a bit more blaming towards your partner. Or build enough safety in your relationship so you can eventually talk about whatever resentment it is that's actually coming up for you. You won't be able to talk about that in a safe way unless the two of you are feeling really connected and like it's a safe space in your home. So in order to create a safe space in your home, which is really what I'm talking about here with all of this, when we're fighting over nothing and we don't know what's going to set our partner off. We can start to walk on eggshells, and it's uncomfortable for everyone in the house. So fighting over nothing can turn into a situation that feels very distressing, and it can really chip away at the foundation of your relationship. So here's a technique to help with that. It's called the emotional check-in, and it's something that I want you to really make a habit in your day. So it's something you can do every single day, every time you see your partner. And if you make it a habit, that's when you'll actually see the benefits. If you just use it once in a while, you might not actually catch what this is helping you catch early on enough that it can stop the fights from happening. So the emotional check-in is essentially right before you see your partner, you perform a little self-assessment and you check for 3 things. Okay, so you first thing you do is you kind of close your eyes, take a deep breath, and you do a body scan. So what is happening in my body? Is there anything tight in my body? Like, are my shoulders feeling really tense? Is there a knot in my stomach? Are there butterflies in my stomach? Do I have a headache? Some clients have said to me, like, I know when I'm feeling a little off because my face starts to hurt. So you might have like a funny tell like that, you know, something goes on in your body that tells you, oh, I'm feeling a little off, like there's something going on here. So you perform the body scan, that gives you some information. Then you kind of do a scan of your thoughts. In the past couple minutes, have my thoughts been mostly positive, mostly negative, or mostly neutral? If your body is feeling pretty calm and your thoughts have been mostly positive, chances are you're in a pretty good place. If your body is feeling tense in some way or tight in some way, and your thoughts have been either negative or neutral, you could be experiencing some kind of a trigger. And the third thing you're gonna look at is what has happened in my day that maybe is still kind of bothering me. And you're gonna think back, okay, did my boss say something kind of rude to me? Did I feel unappreciated in some way? Did I have a weird exchange with one of my colleagues? You know, was there something that happened with my kid this morning that really irked me? Do I feel like a bad parent today? Because, you know, sometimes we can have those thoughts of like, oh, I'm not a good parent because I did this or that, or, you know, we can start to question ourselves. So did something happen with anyone in your life that had you feeling triggered, feeling irritable, feeling frustrated, or questioning yourself? That's your scan of like, what happened in my day that could be potentially impacting me? And when you've kind of assessed like, where am I at, then you can go in and see your partner, and the very first thing you're going to say, because the two of you will have had this conversation, you know this is coming, so send your partner this video, you know, so that they know what's up. So you'll walk in, you'll say, hey, just so you know, I'm feeling pretty flustered from like a really stressful drive home. So if I'm a little bit short right now, it doesn't have to do with you. It's just my body is like in a little bit of a heightened state. Or, hey, I'm feeling pretty good today. I had an awesome day. Feeling okay. How are you? Or, hey, just so you know, I'm a little bit irritable. I'm still sort of upset about something that happened earlier today with my boss. I'll tell you all about it over dinner. How are you? Okay, so you do this check-in with each other. The reason for it, and then your partner will respond, oh, you know, let me do my body scan. Okay, I'm actually feeling pretty good. Or, you know, is there anything I can do for you? Because I heard that you had kind of a crap day. Or, oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty irritable too. So I guess if we're both a little snippy with each other, we know why, right? So what this really does is it just basically helps you take responsibility for what you're bringing into the relationship right then and there. What am I bringing into the relationship right now? It helps stop you from assuming that your frustration is about your partner. Because when we fight over stupid stuff, often it's because we are getting upset at our partner, but really it's because we're upset about something that happened earlier in that day, or a thought that we've been carrying, or a trigger of some kind. Often, if we're fighting over nothing, it's usually not because of our partner. So this just helps you to almost take like a second look, like, oh, if I'm starting to get snippy, wait, is it that thing that I told my partner about earlier, or is it actually something that my partner is doing right now that's bothering me that we should talk about? If you make this a habit, you and your partner will be, first of all, will have an opportunity to talk about your day in a way that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise. And it'll help you both to kind of recognize that, like, oh, sometimes my partner's in a crappy mood and it actually doesn't have to do with me. It'll help kind of give you the skill of not taking things so personally, and also of holding back instead of lashing out when it's not actually about something that's going on in your relationship right then, but it's actually about something that's happened earlier in your day or in your own mind or something that you're bringing to the situation. So I hope this made sense. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out at jenathrani.com. I'm Jena Thrani. I am a couples counselor. It was awesome sharing this information with you. Please like, subscribe, share this with your partner or someone that you think could benefit from it, and I will see you in the next video.